Lower bracket semifinal of Group A in Seer Cup. We say goodbye to the first player in this Chinese-Korean competition. The bracket is wrong here. Focus is not in the lower bracket, but we have Chaemiko versus XiaoKK. Here are your two players with almost zero information, so whatever. What the hell is this? There we go. We have a game to our hands. It's XiaoKK in the yellow trunks here on Last Refuge. Starting off with a Blade Master, obviously, against Chaemiko. So we have an Orc versus Human to our hands for the second time today. Chaemiko was manhandled by Focus before, but on the other side, Sini destroyed XiaoKK. On the other side, XiaoKK not that great against Night Elf, and especially not against Sini's playstyle. I wonder how well he can do against Chaemiko now. As it seems, by far the weakest players in this group, and only one of them will survive. The other one is out. So, as you can see, it's a Blade Master. As you can see, it's an Archmage. No surprise here. Chaemiko played Last Refuge against Focus already today, and decided to go for a very greedy red spot camp. Got punished, and yeah, Focus was quite lucky with his items again. But the execution of the final push was so well done, with the burrow here on top, forcing the fight to take place here, so the burrow can constantly shoot on the other units. And then, of course, he's just way more experienced and better player, as it seems.
A player's forces are under
Blade Master's creeping starts. Last Refuge, I think, can be good for orcs if you play it well. Like, if you destroy the push, you have to destroy the tier 2 or the early tier 2 push by pulling creeps or by doing some damage to the Archmage and Footman. Then it can be good. XiaoKK going for one burrow check again. Hopefully he will not be as harassed as he was against Sini, while the Archmage is climbing onto level 2 with a pretty fast tech on his own hands. Only 2 farms and a few peasants here, and the Grunt is scouting that. So good scouting in general by XiaoKK. He just has to do something with it. Claws of Attack +6 is his reward for the early creeping. Level 2 for the Archmage, and gets the last Murloc, or the second last Murloc as well. Backstep being used on the Footman, and the final experience goes to the Archmage. Nothing has been stolen, and this Blade Master is quite underleveled. But his base is left alone. The burrow will finish, and then we see some grunt control, hopefully. Some awesome grunt control. Let me get the chat up so I can watch it a bit. No. If you watched it, like, if you saw the bracket, Focus did not beat Sini. It was a mistake in the grid. No lumber mill yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Boots of speed for the Archmage. So important to run away from the Blade Master. And I like what Chaemiko is doing, like keeping tabs or trying to keep tabs. But of course XiaoKK is now only baiting with an illusion. The real Blade Masters here got level 2. And denies Chaemiko from level 3. Quite a action-packed start, like there's skirmishes the entire time basically, thanks to XiaoKK being aggressive. And without level 2 water elements, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you have to do something your own, or like slow down the human on this very map. And then, once you survive the early mid-game, the map is yours, I think.
The player's forces are under attack.
So much to creep, so much experience, so many good items. Now, tier 2 start, we will see a Shadow Hunter. The question is, what's the hero for Chaemiko? He was at the tavern. He played Mountain King before, and he's playing Mountain King again. Just as he did against Focus, the leveling of that one went quite well, I'd say. Only one Arcane Sanctum. He doesn't have the resources. Now he does. For the second one, so slower game. Right, Chaemiko is so okay. With my level 2.3 Archmage, what can I do? Nothing. And so it's the correct choice. And the Blade Master will have time to creep later on, so it's not that big of an issue for him, I guess. Beastery far up front, Lodge in the back. Very early War Mill. Is he still expecting a push? Can't really believe it. Maybe he just had the resources and wanted to make it work. Again, the illusion scouting here. Scouting was really scouting and creeping were the most improved things. Like, we haven't seen insane micro that we haven't seen before in 2017. Even if we saw insane micro, but like nothing groundbreaking. Groundbreaking thing was scouting. Oh, XiaoKK, what are you doing? This is so risky. Tome of Agility +2, this helps of course. But this is really greedy. The Mountain Kick is coming in. This has to be the invul. No way! He hexes him, goes into Windwalk, saves the Blade Master with it, and can re-engage because his damage is so good, and he still has the invul. Look at the backstab damage on the Archmage, so good. But at the same time, the Shadow Hunter is surrounded there. Can he swap the invul? Yes, he does. He has to use it though. Speed Scroll engagement. Stormbolt hits him, but the backstab is too early on the lucky critical strike. Archmage kill again, and what an action-packed start. At the beginning of Tier 1, Chaemiko wanted to go for that push, saw, okay, this is like something you shouldn't do if I'm around the corner. But he couldn't really punish him for that, and well executed by XiaoKK. Only using a speed scroll and the big invul. Well, the big invul was quite lucky. But he was there when he needed the hex, he was there when he needed the backstab, and then he was a little lucky with the critical strike. That was, so far, the play of 2018, I would say. And the risky creep paid off so well. He gets level 3, gets level 2. Book of the freaking Dead. And no adept training. We don't have an adept training. This is so gruesome. We've seen orcs being eliminated, or like humans and orcs being eliminated from tournaments through a Book of the Dead. If you don't have the spell. If you have the spell, this item is shit. Versus Night Elf, it's shit. Against Destroyers, it's shit. But if you find the right timing to use this one to wreck economy. God, he has no idea. Goes for the Sorcerer's Adept upgrade first. On the other hand, he's still waiting for the item. If XiaoKK steals this one and it's another Book of the Dead, oh my god, can you imagine? Windwalk is running out. He has to use... Oh, nicely done. Reveal being used though. Does get the item. Healthstone. Might be forced to using it now. Gets another bash. But he escapes. A whole different XiaoKK than we saw against Sini, and he gets rewarded with the Scourge Bone Chimes and a Tome of Agility as well. His item drops are so good. And is it book time now? He saw it now though, or he should have seen it. So yeah, immediately going for the Adept upgrade, and then it's just one item for the shop. I think he's missing out on a big opportunity here. Claws of Attack. This item luck is ridiculous. It was like 3 tomes and 2 claws. This is plus 12. And yeah, Kodos are coming for the aura. Looks like this is not Chaemiko's map against Orc. At all. But he got level 3-3. This is what he wants, but he's being creepjacked. Blade Master is in. The rest of the army has to follow, but the Shadow Hunter is too far away. Gets another clarity and a little bit of healing. Pulls Militia to this fight, and I think he found the right time. Level 3.5 on the SH. Windwalk level 2, no crit level 2. On a big map like LR, I do agree with that choice. $50 supply versus 56, and a lot of militia. What can Chaemiko do against these heroes, these items? It's Blizzard time, baby! Nice area of effect. We do have a heal wave. We do have a healed scroll as well. And of course, Ensnare. The first raider. This one is so important. These two are so important to get in range of the Archmage as well as the Hex. This of course means he has to use Hex and can't use as much heal wave as he wants to. But against that, he has a Potion of Mana. Blizzard rocking through again. This time he gets like 4 waves off, which was nice. But Chaemiko is on the way back. Of course, with slow, he can kite and he should kite. and then let him walk into the snowstorm. This works actually quite well. Early switch to Blizzard might save Chaemiko's game here, despite the early hero loss. Bash, of course, helps with that. Stormbolt helps with it. Another Raider falls. 47 versus 51. He started it with a 5 supply lead. Saves the Swiftman here. Breakers, of course, amazing with Blizzard. That's why he's transitioning a little earlier. Invis save, okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Book of the Dead will be sold now. Pretty sure. Actually keeping it? Okay. Can be an X factor later. Kodo has not eaten. He splits his army. Wants to sandwich a little. I don't agree with that choice at all. Chaemiko, what are you doing with your units? This is easy and free kills for XiaoKK. Big mistake from the Korean. Maybe that was his timing. Lost the town portal there. To not lose any more units, so that was 2 units in a town portal for nothing. And this is basically the same situation that we've seen against Focus today. For Chaemiko. Trying to go for the red spot, but the Blade Master is here. No tower in the base. Can he still make good usage of the Book of the Dead? Not yet. Shadow Hunter there with another mana potion and a TP. But this means Chaemiko gets the red spot. Laboratory? Zapper time? He doesn't have the resources. Or will he just drop with the Zeppelin into the base? We'll see about that. Level 4 the MK, Crystal Ball.
A player's forces are under
give me
attack.
that one. Yep, Zeppelin it is. It was suggested by chat earlier, so nice prediction, boy. And yeah, no tower. And the Book of the Dead. And the Blade Master is in this. Have fun dealing with that. I mean, Blizzard, yeah, will help. How much damage can he do? He has to block the Exit, I guess. But yeah, he's not in Ensnare range. He's not in Hex range. He has to load it up into the Zeppelin. He keeps him stuck at 60 food. Call to arms being used, but he doesn't want to fight into this. There's no way. He has to get rid of his own farm. And then he'll be supply stuck. And then, XiaoKK, he has to wait. Oh. Yeah, XiaoKK will just fly away. Well done. These orcs, man. They love their laboratories now. But why did he split his army? If he doesn't split his army, he forces a fight here.
A player's forces are under attack.
And if he fights there, he can never do this move. Oh, Zeppelin. Is he crashing and burning? The damage is not enough. He leaves a walker behind. Even more experience. I think he could even expand from this. 600 gold for Chaemiko. 300, 400 for XiaoKK. He wants to get down to 50 supply to save a little money. 3 units in the base, and he makes good usage of the upkeep. That's quite a cool game we have here. Using the Crystal Ball, sells it again, or like sells it afterwards. No level 4 on the Archmage though. Still has a good amount of mana. XiaoKK saw that the red spot is gone. Of course he knew about the Crystal Ball before.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go again! This time there's no Book of the Dead. He has to be super careful with this. Constantly slow applied. If he catches him with a water... Ah, there's no water limit. If he catches him with a few units, then he might be dead. Getting closer to level 5 Shadow Hunter here. Again a Tome of Agility. And a Pendant of Energy. Perfect drop again. But now the Blade Master is out of the fight. And the Zeppelin is not there. Of course, with Windwalk, he can't do it. He is in Windwalk.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Chaemiko knows about this. This is a good thing for the human now. End snare hits him. Oh, maybe the hero focus out of... No, nice! What an invul potion. Right before the Blade Master wants to apply backstab. And yeah, XiaoKK can't do anything but just teleport away. Giving Chaemiko level 4. Nice comeback for the Korean. After winning the first fight, then making a big mistake. Attack upgrades for Orc. They become quite trendy. 2-1 upgrades here. 0-0 on the human side. Double heal scroll for XiaoKK though. I think he needs to find a choke like this. Position the Archmage in the back. How many raiders do we have? Only 3 plus Hex, so it's 4 disables. A lot of mana on the Shadowhunter. In theory. If he drops the pendant, then uses the potion, then picks up the pendant again. This is nice. We see Invis MK. There's no mana on the Shadow on the Blade Master. What is XiaoKK doing? He's hoping for the Zeppelin, I guess, but he will crash and burn like easily. There we actually saved this one. Woo! With 40. And the Blade Master's back. 2 raiders are falling though. Oh, actually only 1. Next one here. There's one more Stormbolt. Hex being dispelled, and Chaemiko is retreating a little bit, but he has a good experience advantage. No level 4 Blade Master here. Finally an end snare to interrupt this, but wave after wave after wave is hitting him. More raiders are falling in the north, where there's a nice concave for the Spellbreakers up. Invul potion on the MK. Is just looking for another choke here. I wonder why XiaoKK is still engaging this. There's no way he can win it without raiders. There's not a single raider in this army anymore. That means the only disable is Hex, and that means Blizzard will be a crazy damage dealer. He's running to the shop to get a heal scroll. He gets both of them, I guess. Yep. Without level 2 crit, I don't think there's a chance. He needs a little bit of luck. Stormbolt and more focus. No mana, no Windwalk, no backstab. Just right clicks. And GG! Chaemiko winning his first game in Seer Cup. And that makes XiaoKK 0-3 today. He had a good idea. He was a little lucky. I mean, he had the play of the tour so far. With that save at the shop. But Chaemiko had a pretty good game afterwards then. I mean, the Blizzard switch saved his ass so well. But then making the mistake of splitting the army, allowing XiaoKK to come back into this game. But in the end, the Blizzard call was right. Also, what is right is to sub to this channel. Thank you, Splix. Or, well, rather, thank you, Blubberbernd, for gifting it to Splix. The sub, 2 months already. And NNIS Nairo has subscribed for 4 months. Love the stream, best game. It's like coming home. Oh man, this is heartwarming. Thank you very much for the support. And I hope you have fun with what you get here. And yeah, if you kite as a human with slow, and you have Blizzard, so everything on the human army is slow, you can't micro out of the Blizzard, then you have no disable because there's no raiders anymore, there's basically nothing you can do about it. That's hard. Thank you, Frax, BE for following, and RobGG as well on Twitter. Of course, Twitter is like, I don't want to call it our spam channel, but you know, we pump out all the information there. On Facebook, it's a little more moderate. We just announced streams there. So if you want to keep in touch with the scene, then Twitter is the thing to follow. And we go on to our next game, which is match points for Chaemiko. Would it be all 2-0 today? Chaemiko has the chance to do so. There's no production. There we go. XiaoKK is down. He needs to win his first map finally to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, he is down and out of Seer Cup with $3,000 on the line. Chaemiko recovering a little with his win on Last Refuge, starting in the upper right in blue this time. But again, Archmage and Blade Master. I wouldn't expect anything else. Top 10 to go for expansions to win on the economy, but I haven't seen them playing standard like this plenty of time. Yeah, going expansions in Human versus Orc is very, very rare. Also, going Blizzard that early is very, very rare. So Chaemiko pulled a cool trick here. I think the only one who loves Blizzard as much was yours. In the late game, yeah, you need it for the damage. Or you go water teams, but that's not really a thing on tier 3 against orcs. That's like unusual. But this is Echo Isles, and Human versus Orc on Echo Isles is a little different, because there is definitely a chance to go for this expansion. I always call this triple Sanctum push imbalance, because there's nothing the Orc can do about it. We'll see. Not too many pros use it though. Only super high level humans like Infi and TH. So I wonder what he's doing. Blade Master pops out, barracks and shop, so no super fast tech. Also not an instant expansion by Chaemiko, just making sure to get level 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
So scouting going on here. Blade Master is stealing the item, which is only a ring. Can be decent if he wants to go for the early Magi. But apart from that, it's crap, obviously. So it's no expansion, it's attack by Chaemiko, so this triple Sanctum play is out of the equation. Most likely a push again, as he preferred it against Focus as well. Ooh, gambling for a Tome of Experience already. Quite risky. Tome of Intelligence though is okay. A little more damage and mana for the Archmage, and this is basically evasion creeping. He knows, of course, the progress of him is not gonna be that good, but he's stealing he's stealing experience from the side of his opponent, and the Blade Master didn't find him for a long time. He doesn't know that this Blade Master is around, does he? Must. Goes in for a steal. XiaoKK needs to get this. Does it. And the second ring. Is this WFZ playing the Lord of the Rings? Quite unlucky here. But there are 10 spots to find claws, so he should be fine. But level 2 is denied for him. Tier 2 is on the way. 60%, 70% here. A little faster for XiaoKK.
A player's forces are under attack.
The Blade Master continues to hunt them. I have yet to see Griffins used in professional play. Dude, you have to watch for Walker. Or do you mean against Orc? That is kind of out of the metagame, but Griffins in general are played, I don't want to say quite frequently, but it's not super uncommon like Necromancers or something.
A player's forces are under attack.
Will he deny this Footman? Nope. Experience goes towards the Blade Master. Level 2.5 Archmage. His only goal is to get level 3. He's getting closer. And again, double Arcane Sanctum Mountain King. No early push. 3 grunts, but they don't do anything. I mean, level 2 for Blade Master, yeah, but this is one of the easiest maps to get level 3. And XiaoKK. He has so much hatred for his Lodge this day. 3rd time in 4 matches that his Lodge gets cancelled. This is not allowed to happen. You need Spirit Link so bad. I don't remember Necros being used in a single competitive game. Ted played them once, but apart from that, I don't remember a game as well. Potion of Greater Healing for the Blade, no steal from this, so both still at level 3. He finally gets a Clown, he keeps the ring to use less heal selves. And here's the push. He pushes with an MK level 1 and 5 militia. Do we have ivories? Nope. I think there's not even a shop. Shop is only coming up now when he needs it for breakers. So he really doesn't value the clarities and heal scrolls. Or region scrolls. This would be a feast for a Blade Master, but he's so far down. Getting some revenge for the steals that Chaemiko did in the early game. Circle of Mobility. Yeah, now. Yeah, good. Level 3 AM. And boots. That means no boots for XiaoKK. Will he finally sell the rings now? Nope, just creeping the shop. You can do this a lot earlier though. But he focused on harassment, which didn't work out that well. On LR it worked a lot better, delaying that level 3. Which is quite nice. Okay, this is the push now. He got level 3. He got his Sorks. He got his Priest. Lots of militia. This, I think it's scouted by this peon who's patrolling there. Blade Master with a heal scroll. No invo potion. Off we go. Ivory towers are up. And arcanes are coming. Does he have a lumber mill? No, he doesn't. So it's just a supported push with the towers as a distraction. Will he end this day of streaming after just 100 minutes? Or will XiaoKK fight back? He does have level 3. Blade Master is not that great, but it's okay. Shadowhunter is level 2. That's important for the heal wave. This is the siege that we've seen many, many times on Echo Isles. How will XiaoKK respond? So far, 3 Water Elementals doing very good damage to this only 1 walker, because the Spirit Lodge was delayed. Now the second one comes in, the heal wave saves the first one. That was a big save for XiaoKK, who has to heal up now, obviously. And he finally takes care of those water elements. Is this spell coming? Not yet. The towers are up and hitting. 1 arcane tower and 1 scout. Doesn't want to commit fully to this. 45% supply only versus 50. And Chaemiko, I think, is forgetting to reproduce. He has no lumber. Did he pull all the lumber? No, just 2 remaining. And now there's a lumber mill coming. Alright. Uses it as a little blocker unit. We have the first Demolisher. It's, of course, a nice synergy with Ensnare and Demolishers. It's not attacking, though. Okay, now it is. Yeah, massive, massive damage. The Priest heal against this. The Blade Master might get 2 kills here. A little too greedy, maybe. Stormbolt catches him. Spirit Link reapplied, and the healing is coming in as well. Constantly having multiple water elementals here, but not for much longer. The shop is the lumber mill is up. He needs more lumber for this to work.
The player's forces are under attack.
No second barracks as well. He stays at 50. 44 only for Chaemiko, but he gets the altar. And he can't really dive into this. This choke is way too small for XiaoKK. But here's the guard tower. He needs more repair. But here the lumber issue comes into play. Killing the altar, but that's not doing too much. As the heroes are still alive and he doesn't need a 3rd hero. Once this guard tower is up though, he can tower up here. And that's going to be great for him. Or rather here. We do have the spell. That took some time. But it's so helpful. The guard tower goes down. He's not repairing in time. And Chaemiko, I think this game slips out of his hand. Mountain King a little too far up front thanks to an end snare, I guess.
A town is under siege.
And the one demolisher. So much effect. And he abandons this push. He abandons this push without accomplishing too much, to be honest. Yeah, he forced him into a demolisher, but that can still be good. He didn't lose too many units. Gets level 3 on the Shadow Hunter. Good defense by XiaoKK.
A town is under
But keeping that Walker alive and getting the second one, and then not wasting time and going for the adept upgrade, that was so important. I think Chaemiko was a little indecisive here. Also, the push was a little delayed because he focused on creeping the marketplace first. 3-3 and a mana potion. I like how XiaoKK is constantly going for an early mana potion. Catches the Kodo Beast though now. Invo potion right before the crit hits him. Nice speed scroll save here. So the Kodo is still there. The damage boost not too well though. Oh, this could be out of position, but I think he's gonna keep him safe. Mass Militia being called again. The Spellbreaker falls. The damage is still absolutely insane against the casters. And he's doing nothing against it. Finally, he sends in some Militia. But the Water Elementals are all gone. And the Militia are falling as well. Mountain King level 2 finally, and he gets the Demolisher. Kodo is there to eat. But he's in focus as well, level 4 on the blade. If he gets this Kodo, things are a lot easier for him, but the heal wave is there. Not even sacrificing the mana potion for it. And that means the Raiders can basically do whatever they want, since there's not a real front line. And now the Kodo Beast falls. Big losses, Catapult and Kodo. Two very, very important units in the mix, and only one Raider. Nice defense by Chaemiko. But he's down to 40 without any lumber. He didn't even mine gold! He pulled everything! That's the reason why he defended it so well. But he wasn't mining. Let's take a look. 6,800, 6,100. This is 700 gold. 2 town portals that he didn't mine. Very, very hard to come back now. As he has the supply disadvantage, but no resources to catch up. 50 supply for XiaoKK almost. Tome of experience now for him as well. And can Blizzard be the saving grace again? And also pace for the MK is nice. Needs level 3 so bad. And he's gonna get it. At the same time, he has crit and Windwalk 2. He has Heal Wave 2. He's all settled.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is upgrade time again? Yes, it is. 1-1 then. Master's still hanging around. Waiting for the steal, this little magpie is. Will he be in time for the Renegade? No. Ring of Regen. Meh. He has priests anyway. He has Scroll of Regeneration. For humans, this item is not that good. And the Shadow Hunter has all the time in the world.
A player's forces are under attack.
So finally 50-50 again. And a working economy. Scan being used very well. Can he get another Stormbolt out? Yes, he can. There's no Invo potion. There's a big heal potion. He might kill him. Oh my god, he had no time for the heal potion and the level 4 Blade Master falls. What a turnaround and what a mistake again by KK. The spy got caught. He infiltrated the lands of his opponent, but he got caught. And now what? He still has good heals. He didn't rebuild his altar. So he has to get him back from the tavern. Almost 1,000 gold. But oh my god, the Blade Master will be out of the early stages of the fight. Gets the Walker for free. And the slow is coming in nicely. 1 Walker. That's about it. And he loses this one as well. If I'm seeing this correct, okay, there's one remaining with 270. But he just lost 11 supply. Blade Master's back. 2 heal scrolls. How much can he do? He keeps KK supply stuck. He can't break upkeep now. But the position is bad. Real bad. Now he returns the favor with the end snares. He used a lot of mana early on, so there's nothing remaining heal wave to counter this, but Bash is in, no way to micro the Raider away. And this is the last Walker. This is the last Dispel, and now Water Elementals are free to reign. Keep in mind, he was supply stuck. He can rebuild now with 400 gold, but he doesn't do it! He just doesn't do it. The Breakers reign supreme. The Kodo Beast is not eating at all. Where is that Kodo? It's still in range of most of it, though. Did eat the Sorceress. Can the Blade Master fight back into this? It's still a 7 supply advantage. How much mana is there? One more Water Elemental and one more Stormbolt soon. Should land onto that Raider. Ah, that was healed very well. Uses another mana potion. And a heal scroll to save that Kodo. But it's just too much. Kodo down. 4 supply. And the Sorceress is back. So it's a 6 supply difference. If the Kodo is there or not. But the Grunts and Blade Master doing a good job against the Breakers here. So Chaemiko is trembling in supply as well. So far the Water Elemental keep him at bay. But I can't see the Blade Master winning this fight. Reinforcements coming in from the human side. 4.5 Archmage, 4.5 Blade Master. Game on a knife set here. And I think Chaemiko's losing more than he should. But Chaemiko, I think, is getting this game. The trades are always there. And another Stormbolt. Nope, just soon. Mountain King will not die. There's a Stormbolt in a bit. There is no healing potion and the healer falls. Oh no. GG, and XiaoKK says goodbye with 0-4 being, I kind of want to say dominating this group, but this match on Echo Isles, what a massive mistake. If he doesn't lose the Blade Master, the game is his to take. Easily. Easily. But this is Warcraft, man. One game can turn everything around. Or one mistake can turn everything around. But it was a cool back and forth. Chaemiko is now in the round of 3 in this group. And I hope this grid is working again. Yes. That's what we've seen today. Quick stream, just right above 100 minutes. Chaemiko losing to Focus 2-0. Sini winning over XiaoKK 2-0. So the winner bracket final is Focus versus Sini, who were both on fire today, ending their matches in less than 30 minutes. Chaemiko got his comeuppance against XiaoKK. Only 2-0s, no third matches. Or no third games. And the first orc is out, leaving us with only 3 of them. Focus, Lin, and So-In still in. And all the others, of course, as well. We will continue tomorrow at, I think, 13 CET with Focus versus Sini and the loser against Chaemiko to determine the first 2 players in the playoffs. And then Saturday and Sunday we have Group B that looks like this. Sock Infi, Colorful Life, nice mirrors, and of course the lower bracket final will be a Night Elf versus Human, which is, in my opinion, at the moment, the best matchup that we know. So, quite a cool first stream to get off the rust, or the casting rust, to see if the connection is stable, and it is. Small shout out to Vodafone for fixing the connection after 3 weeks! But yeah, thanks for all the support, guys. Much appreciated. I hope you had fun. And as I said, we will be back tomorrow, either at 12 or at 1. I will tweet it out later. And thanks for watching.